First, Gloria Hunniford makes a special appeal on behalf of the people of Bangladesh.
Last Tuesday, the 30th of April, at least 200,000 people lost their lives in the most devastating cyclone to hit Bangladesh, one of the poorest and most vulnerable countries in the world. It's a disaster of epic proportions, and 7 leading British agencies working together have launched an emergency appeal for funds. So please, don't turn your back on it.
Human bodies and the carcasses of dead animals rot in the paddy fields on Shundip Island. They lie where they were left by the floodwater when it receded. Misery is everywhere in Ra'amathpur. Banu Rahman's babies, her husband, mother and father were swept away. This child's mother had just been buried. Her father found her body this morning. Before the weather cruelly reminded them of how dependent they are on outside help, some people in Bangladesh thought they had the beginnings of economic independence. That hope has been swept away. This woman is too weak to feed her baby. Against the odds, they're trying to help themselves. Thousands of fishermen were killed at sea in the cyclone. Some who survived are setting their nets in the waves at Cox's Bazar. The people's toughness is probably the best economic asset they have.
As the storm raged, those who lived in the coastal regions faced winds of 150 miles per hour and 20-foot waves, and quite simply, they had no chance. Parents frantically tied their children to trees in futile attempts to save their lives. Now there's no food, little clean water, and limited shelter. Millions are homeless, and disease is spreading. The crops, which are only 2 weeks away from an ample harvest, have been washed away by the sea. All basic services have been destroyed. There's no power or water, no telephones, roads, or airfields. Communication is often impossible, and getting aid to those who have survived is a massive task. The survivors urgently need practical help, and the government of Bangladesh can't cope alone. The voluntary agencies that make up the Disasters Emergency Committee are ActionAid, British Red Cross, CAFOD, Christian Aid, Help the Aged, Oxfam, and Save the Children. With me is Rennie Nancolis. Rennie, what can you say to people who give money tonight to assure them that aid will get through to the people who need it?
We can assure people. All the DEC agencies have sister organizations in Bangladesh. As long as they have the funds, they can purchase supplies and ensure their correct distribution.
So what needs to be done right now?
The immediate need is to save people's lives. That means clean water, it means food, it means temporary shelter. And equally it means medicines, because already we're getting increasing numbers of diarrhea cases reported to us, which we must deal with urgently.
Yes, how bad is that epidemic, do you
I think it could be very bad. It's very important that we deal with it now.
So that's to help in the immediate future, but looking ahead, what else needs to be done?
I think we can look at things in both the medium and long term. In the medium, we need to help people rebuild their lives and get going again. And I think in terms of things like seeds, tools, these sorts of things will help them rebuild their lives. But in the longer term, we need to again look at the whole question of building cyclone shelters, embankments, and the underlying problem in Bangladesh is poverty. And it's important that we assist people in things like income generation projects and ways in which the quality of their life can improve.
To ensure that this never happens again?
Absolutely. I don't think we can ensure it will never happen again, but we can certainly help them prepare better for it.
So is it cash you need as opposed to goods?
Absolutely. We don't want to flood Bangladesh with goods. The goods are actually in the country. They can be purchased in country and distributed in country.
Rennie, thank you. Well, there really is no time to waste. We need your help now, tonight. You can give using any major credit card by phoning 0898 234 234. I'll repeat that. That's 0898 234 234. By the way, please be patient if it's engaged. The lines will be open 24 hours a day, and calls will be charged at 34 pence per minute cheap rate and 45 pence at all other times. But remember that 22.5 pence of that will be rebated to the appeal funds. Now, from Monday, you'll be able to give money or a cheque at any high street bank or post office, or indeed you can send a cheque to me right away to Gloria Hunniford, Cyclone in Bangladesh Appeal, P.O. Box 999, London EC 3A 9AA. That's Gloria Hunniford, Cyclone in Bangladesh Appeal, P.O. Box 999, London EC 3A 9AA. The address and telephone number, by the way, are also on page 619 of CFAX. Now, I know that there are many, many demands on your money, But please give as much as you can afford. And on behalf of all of those who can't say it for themselves, thank you very much.